The home stretch of WrestleMania weekend. The home stretch is finally over. How are you guys in the chat doing tonight? Hope you guys are having a good night. Tonight's review for Monday Night Raw, the Raw after the Manias, April 4th, 2016. I don't know about you guys, but I'm exhausted. And first I gotta just let you guys know how much you guys completely ruined my day. All of you, every single last one of you sons of bitches. Now, for anybody that's watching this after the live stream, you're watching this after it's posted on the YouTubes, you probably will feel awkward on what I'm about to say. So what I will say is fast forward about a good 20 seconds. Here's how you guys fucked me over. Am I still drunk? No, I have a hangover. But that's why. That right there is why. Because I woke up today butt naked and in a bed full of throw up. Fuck all of you for putting me through that. Well, not all of you, but the guys that donated last night. Fuck you. All right? Fuck you. I don't think I've ever woken up butt naked before and then like in a puddle of throw up. What did y'all do? What did I do? That was insane. That was insane. I don't know what happened. When I shut off the stream, I went off to the side of my bed and went right to sleep, hanging off the bed. I was dead. I was dead. I was legit dead. Oh man. Yeah, I fucked up. Why is a girl playing? See, once again with the hurry. See, when you tell me to hurry up, I beat to my own drum now. I slow this motherfucking down. I will slow the pace of this down. Don't tell me hurry up. Let me take a sip of my water. Water. Been fucking drinking water all day. Hangover, feeling nauseous. I've been feeling terrible all day. Terrible. So I'm gonna take a sip of my water. It's the only thing I've been drinking all day is water. All right, let's talk this Raw review because my review of this Raw is going to be pretty short. But what I would like to do is, just to lengthen it. If we get to about 12:30, I'm going to give you guys up until about 12:30. So when I'm finished, I'll take questions about Raw until then. Real quick. Let me get the Roman Reigns thing out of the way. You guys love talking about Roman Reigns, right? Can't spell Weiser without L. You're right. Kill Weiser, kill. That's what you guys try to do. But I'm back. Quick thing on Roman Reigns. Now, you guys only seen Roman Reigns come out for the promo and the spear, and then he was off the show like, nothing else. I want you guys to know, in case you didn't think so, completely by design, they wanted to make sure that they got him out of Dallas with as little consequence as possible. They just wanted to get him out of there. You go out there, you show your face, and we out. Let's not drag on this nonsense because you're working with the international crowd. They're going to be hard on you. So let's just get you in, do your thing, get you out of here. Cool. Great. All right, so we got this, and just like that, we're done talking about Roman Reigns. So we open up Raw with Vince. See, here we go again. Here we go again with the fans. And I need to say this. This crowd tonight was horrible. Oh my God. Okay. When it happened in Jersey, it was like the first time that had ever happened. It was cool, I guess. But then it started happening every night after Mania since then. And, for what they would do is like for the following damn near month or two, crowds would try to, out chant the Raw after Mania crowd. And at first it was cute, but now it's like, it's annoying. It's absolutely annoying because The guys and gals, the women, they're in the ring to try to perform and put on a show. They can't perform if you're hijacking the show. But why is it? They were just having fun. I know you're being sarcastic, so I'll let you ride. But it's ridiculous. I don't know how these guys, I don't know how they could work in an environment like that where the crowd just isn't responding to what you're doing, which is the main thing that performers are trying to get. They're trying to get a response from the crowd. But the crowd's just off doing their own damn thing. That's gotta suck. They probably don't even like working Raws after Mania's after, or Raws after Mania. I'm sorry. They probably don't even like working them shits. Because it's like it's a fucking zoo. It's a fucking zoo. Let's talk about how stupid this opening segment was. And this is a prime example of what I've been saying all weekend about wrestling fans and about these crowds. Everybody wants a change in WWE. Everyone wants a change in WWE. We want things to be different. We want things to be fun again. We want things to be more intense. We want things to feel like just to feel like you can go to someone and tell them like, yo, did you see Raw? Yo, this happened, da, da, da. Just like we used to do back in the day. We used to be able to go to our friends and be able to actually talk about Raw. I used to talk about wrestling with my friends all the time when I was younger. Now, I can't find a single one of my friends that would even think about watching wrestling. And it's kind of embarrassing to be a wrestling fan in that situation. So we all want for WWE to give us good shows, right? I think we're all in agreement here. I want why is this meatloaf? Well, see that. All right. See, it was that. We're not going to talk about that story tonight. We're going to do this Raw review. So I'm going somewhere with this, by the way. Work with me. We got 333 people in here. When I press this refresh button, I better have 1,600 likes on this. I don't have 1,600 likes on the video. I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed. You guys are letting me down. Don't let Wiser down. So that's what we want out of our wrestling shows. That's what we want out of Raw. Right? So here's the thing. That's what Shane, storyline. That's what Shane wanted to give us. He wanted to give us that wrestling, that show, that Raw that we have been wanting for years. Caleb Johnson, I hope I'm saying your name right. Thank you for the like. Thank you, everybody. I disliked by accident. What should I do? Nothing. You good? Just do something. Actually, yeah, there are no dislikes. Don't worry. That will change. That will change. So that's what Shane wanted to give us. Shane wanted to give us that feeling about wrestling again, right? And Shane lost at Mania. The whole thing, storyline, by the way, the whole thing is Vince not wanting Shane to get control of Raw. What does that mean? Storyline-wise, Raw stays the same. Shane wins, storyline, Raw changes. So if Shane loses and Vince McMahon's music is the first thing that you hear, can you please tell me why the fucking fans are cheering and singing Vince McMahon's theme? What? Same people that boo Reigns. Why are we doing that? You don't like this guy, especially since Shane lost. You really don't like this guy. But yeah, let's just go on ahead and sing his fucking theme. And kudos to Vince, because Vince is smart enough to remind them just how stupid they are. It's like, I know that he's thinking in his mind, why the fuck are they cheering and singing my theme? They're supposed to hate me. So the first thing he does is shits on them. And that barely even worked because they were still cheering the guy. No. You don't cheer the guy whose direction is of the show isn't what you want. That's not what you want. But you cheer for him. You gotta see these faces I'm making. If any of you guys watch King of Lightning's anime reviews, I'm making all of his faces right now. No, we're not putting on the webcam. And no, I'm not putting a donation link in the description. We're not doing that tonight. So I just found that absolutely idiotic. So he talked about, how Shane's done, whatever the gimmicks that they had that Shane was holding against him, they have been seized. And you will never see Shane again. Shane cuts him off. He comes out. Face completely bruised, right up on his jawbone or his cheekbone, I should say. Man, that was a pretty bad bruise. And he comes out. He wants to say a couple of things to the audience. First, he wanted to be the bigger man and shake Vince McMahon's hand because he won. All right, cool, great. Then he wants to thank the audience. Just thank the people for a plethora of reasons, but he thanked the people. And I'm good with that. And as Vince is trying to talk, he's like, yeah, and then thank you again, everybody, because this is the last time that you guys will be seeing me. And then he just walked off. Music hits. He walks off, and Vince is like, and I knew Vince wasn't going to let it just go down like that. Vince stops him. Nobody upstages me. God damn it. And I think everybody could do a good Vince voice. Let me look at the chat right quick. Shane's lip. Yeah, Shane's lip. Like, Shane's lip had some shit on his lip. That shit was crazy. Shane's lip game was crazy. Pause. So Vince tells him, all right, you're going to get a shot for one night. I'm going to let you run Raw. So we have a match in which Shane was wrestling for control of Raw. He lost, and he gets control of Raw. Roman Reigns attacks Triple H, the COO, for no reason, attacks Vince McMahon, and doesn't get punished and or stripped for his title. No, I'm sorry. He didn't even have the title. He didn't have the title. He was rewarded with a title shot. WWE is kind of stupid. WWE is kind of stupid. Because they do dumb shit like this. You're in a situation in which if you lose, you're not supposed to get something. But then the very next night on Raw, you're going to get that something. Stupid. It's absolutely stupid. So yeah, that happened. And the very first thing, I don't think I have this in order whatsoever. Yeah, my notes here, as you see in the description, they're not in order at all. So I'm just gonna scroll and see what pops up next. We got New Day. Oh fuck yeah, this probably isn't the order. Oh yeah, it is the order. All right, so we got New Day and League of Nations again. No lie, it hasn't even been a month. And this is about the 15th time these guys have wrestled. Shane, you're in control. Storyline, Shane, you're in control of Raw. You're supposed to be giving us a better Raw. Shane, why are you giving us the same match we've been watching for the past 3 weeks? This probably isn't what the people want, Shane. Storyline, Shane. So don't do that. So we got the match. It was with Sheamus and Wade Barrett against, Xavier Woods is going to be on the outside, of course. They came in, they cut their promo. They talked about how they lost that Mania. They put over Austin Stunning Austin. Yeah. Xavier Woods' name is Austin, by the way. And Xavier Woods was like kind of replicating the bump that he took. It was pretty funny. It's like, I was all the way up in the air. Big E, you missed it. And then, out came League of Nations. They had their typical match. After the match, because New Day won, because I guess the titles were on the line. They're celebrating. They're doing their whole thing. They leave. Sheamus gets on the mic. The problem with our League of Nations here is you're only as strong as your weakest link. They pick up Wade Barrett, who's still on a knee. They pick up Wade Barrett. They hold him up for the bro kick, and there you go. Sending him off. Wade Barrett is now gone from the WWE. All right. What do I have next on my list? We have Renee Young backstage with Vince. Vince is getting in his limo. He's leaving, and Renee Young wants to know, Vince, why are you giving up? Why are you letting Shane run Raw? Like, what's the deal? And why are you getting up out of here? Vince is like, I'm out of here because I don't want to be around when this fucking shit blows up to hell. He didn't say that, but probably would have reminded you of Chris Benoit. Last time Vince was in a limo and something blew up, Chris Benoit died the next week. Kind of weird how that happens. So he got up he wanted to get up out of there because he didn't, he wouldn't want to be a part of that. And I feel you, Vince, because this Raw was ass. For a Raw after Mania, and I got to blame the crowd. We got to blame the crowd for this a little bit too. But for a Raw after Mania, this was not good. Wasn't good. Let's talk a little bit about, let's do Sasha Banks and Summer Rae. Yeah, we're in order. Sasha Banks and Summer Rae. Summer Rae comes out. She's cutting a promo about how if she was the leader of her team, they would have won. And they wouldn't have fell flat on their face like Sasha did. Out comes Sasha. Gets in the ring. I'm a boss. Let's start this fight. Seriously, why are they not letting this girl talk? All she says, it's hilarious. Somebody might have to YouTube me a promo that she's actually cut, and it was actual promo. From my recollection, all I remember her saying since she got to the main roster is, I'm a boss. What are they doing to Sasha? I don't know. They had a match. Fuck this match. Apollo Crews and what's his boy name? Tyler Breeze. See, here's some things, and you guys noticed it. Some of you guys did notice it. Some of you probably didn't notice it. When they want to bring out people as a surprise and get the pop from the crowd, they bring them out. They bring out whoever they're wrestling first. They let you wait a little bit, and then out comes a surprise person, which would have been Apollo Crews. They completely spoiled his appearance. They completely spoiled his debut by saying, up next, we got Tyler Breeze. What's the boy name? Up next, we got Apollo Crews. And then you get hit with a commercial break. What that does is it kills off the crowd before he even gets a chance to come out. It kills it off because you give him the surprise. Apollo Crews is coming out next. And if he comes out, bam, crowd's behind him and they stay hot. They keep the momentum. If you go to commercial before the guy comes out, you kill off his pop. Mind you, he still got a little bit of a pop, but it would have been even better if there was no commercial break. I would have been fine with them saying, all right, up next we got Apollo Crews, and then they bring out Tyler Breeze and then bring out Apollo Crews after like maybe a very quick backstage segment where they stop him before he goes out there. Hey, Apollo Crews, first time on Raw, how you feeling? He cuts a quick little promo, music hits, he smiles, he says, that's my cue, I gotta go. Goes out there, crowd pop. And then they keep the momentum going for the match. They killed his momentum. Commentary put him over. Commentary did a good job at putting him over. But they killed his momentum from the start. They killed it. They absolutely killed it. Damn, I was going to say something else about this, and it really just slipped my mind. I was going to talk about why I think that they brought him up. As of this moment, him and also Baron Corbin, who's up now as well, there's nothing for them to do in NXT. They're obviously not going to put the title on either one of these guys. Crews was way out of the picture. And Corbin was taken out of the picture and never really got the chance to really get into that title picture. But they pushed, I want to say that they pushed Corbin as high as they could, or as far as they could, without having to get him in that title picture. Because if you put him in that title picture, Cruz is a prime example of what would happen if you put Corbin in that title picture. If he loses, where does he go? He's not winning it because they are that invested in Phil Bacon. So if you can't take the title off of that guy, which is what the next step for Corbin would have been, and they can't achieve that for him, he has nothing to do there. Apollo Crews, he already took the L's. He took 1.5. We're going to say the first one was a half because he half won and half lost. But once he was out of the title picture, there was nothing for him to do. And at that point, they were just wasting his talent because there's a lot of talent in this guy. And there's nothing they could have done with him. You got to move him up. Because in NXT, he could be a main event guy. In NXT, he could be a champion. But it's bad timing. It's bad timing. They're pushing the fuck out of Phil Bacon. I'm sorry, Phil Bacon. So you call him up. Because you can't hold this guy back. You can't hold him back. Call him up. Call him up. Let's see. What do we have next? Roman Reigns. And that crowd went crazy with them boos. Them boos was clean as hell. Clean boos. And they didn't give this guy a chance. And I'm like, all right, you booed him. At least hit. See, now this is what I mean. This is what I mean right here. Let me ask you guys a question. How can the guy turn heel or show mannerisms of becoming a heel through his promo if the crowd won't let him say a word? Sure, you booed him, but let's hear what the guy got to say. And I have the same argument about what they did with the women later. Like I said in the video I put out earlier today, shut the fuck up. Shut up and let's hear what the guy has to say. Shut up and pay attention to what's going on. Because there's so many people that hit me up today on Twitter and was like, man, if Reigns could be like this all the time, then I'm really starting to like him now. If he could be like this all the time. And I'm like, he's been like this for the past 3 months. If people would shut the fuck up, they would see it. He's been this way. This is how he's been. People won't stop and chill and just watch. Just shut up and listen. Now, let me say this for the record. I am not like this big old Roman Reigns supporter. I don't care. I really don't care. And I'm not exactly defending Reigns. What I am defending is the lack of knowledge, the lack of logic that fans are using right now, because there isn't any. There isn't any. Like I said, the things that people want from Roman Reigns, if they would just be quiet and watch, they would see that that's what they've been giving us for the past couple months now. That's what they've been giving us. But people have blinded themselves to the point where you just, no, I don't like him. No, I don't want to see him. No. He's not coming out of he's not going to the mid card. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Can they change his character? Do they need to? Because again, like I said, what you guys said that you wanted from Reigns, it's what they're giving you. So do you want him to change what you want them to change away from what you want from the guy? Just to say that he has heel stamped on his name now? Roman Reigns, heel. He needs to turn heel. Roman Reigns said it best tonight. When the crowd's giving him hell, it's like, wait a minute, give me a second, give me a chance. Hey, wait, crowd don't want to eat. All right, I'm not a bad guy. Snarky. Crowd still booing him. I'm not a good guy. Right there, everybody should have just shut the fuck up and cheered him. Because everybody's saying, we want to heal. We want to heal. We want to heal. We want to heal. He just told you he's not a good guy. He just told you he's not a good guy. And they're not listening. How? People were saying, this is how you get him over. He'll never get over if you're fucking screaming boos at the guy. He won't get the chance. He's doing exactly what the people have been saying, and they won't shut up. How does this work? How does it work? I don't understand wrestling fans. I don't. Go to the show, shut up, and let these people perform. Let me sprinkle in a Divas thing now so we just get that out of the way. What they did to these women tonight was completely disrespectful. It was complete. Who remembers Divas Revolution? Women's title. Get rid of the Divas belt. So here we are in a setting in which they try to present the new women's title. And they try to actually make it a prestigious segment. And Charlotte is out there, and she wanted to put over everybody who worked hard to make this happen before going into her heel promo. She was going to transfer the heat over. They wouldn't fucking stop cheering about other shit. They're cheering, we won Bayley. Yeah, great, cool. Shut up and let her get her heat. Shut up. It was fucking, that was horrible. Everything that they worked for to get, people have been wanting this for years. Get rid of the Divas belt. Get rid of the Divas moniker. And here they are trying to put it to rest. And these people are completely shitting on it. Why? Why are we shitting? Shut the fuck up. Shut up and let these people work and perform and do their damn job. Because nothing is ever going to get over. You're never going to like wrestling if you're fucking sabotaging the damn show. You're sabotaging the show. These people can't do what they're supposed to do, and then nothing gets over. Nothing works. The crowd absolutely killed this Raw. They killed it. Now, was it a well-booked Raw? I didn't necessarily care for it, but it wouldn't have been bad if they actually let people do what they were trying to do and let them actually feel the moment. This is the night after WrestleMania, and they're coming off this high. What the fuck happened to Becky's eye, by the way? They're coming off this big old high, and the first thing they get is fucking vilified by the fucking crowd. This crowd killed Raw tonight. They absolutely killed. And they fucking think that it's just a cool thing to do. Mob mentality. Mob mentality. One person starts it, goes all the way downhill from there. One Raw after Mania starts it, went completely downhill from there. Completely downhill from there. Mob mentality. It is fucking terrible. I don't think anybody that was there that didn't join in on those cheers, they had to be thinking like, you're fucking ruining this show. You're ruining the show for me. You're ruining it. I'm here to see a performance. I'm not here for you guys to just fucking ruin a damn show and hijack the show. Let these people work. Let them work. If I go to a Raw after Mania, I'm not going there for the fucking crowd. I'm going there to see a show. Shut the fuck up. It's like being at the movies and they're fucking chanting some bullshit. Shut the fuck up. I want to see the movie. Shut up. So backtracking back to Raw, or Roman, he says, anybody that wants a shot at this belt, come on down here and get it. Throws the mic out of the ring because fuck the crowd. Out comes Jericho, and the first thing I'm thinking is why? Because I was just thinking part of the reason why people dislike Roman, talking about the Reigns. Part of the reason why people dislike Roman Reigns is during his push, they were putting him with complete and utter jobbers. Big Show, Kane, Sheamus. These aren't matches that people can get behind. These aren't matches that people will want to see. Big Show is a guy that will suck any ounce of getting over that you can possibly have out of you. Don't believe me? Go back to after Daniel Bryan won that match at Mania. He won the titles. Kane as well, by the way. And look at the match with Kane and Daniel Bryan and listen to the crowd. Just listen to the crowd. They were barely there for the guy. They were barely there for Daniel Bryan. You can't be putting this guy with fucking Big Show, Kane, and Sheamus because these guys can't get him good reactions. They can't give him good matches. Here's another example. When Roman Reigns, I'm sorry I'm doing this, but when Roman Reigns wrestled Daniel Bryan, keep in mind, he was getting booed to hell. After that match with Daniel Bryan, when people saw that he could actually put on a good match, when he won the match, they cheered him. And it was unanimous that they cheered him. Now, the Mania following, there was boos and it was mixed, but they completely cheered him after that Daniel Bryan match because it was a great match. And to this day, it's still the best Roman Reigns match that he's had. If you put him in there with guys that could work and guys that could make him bring his A game to a match, and you start seeing that the guy could work a little bit here, then I think people will probably start to get behind him. Also, they are elevating Roman on his own, but there needs to be payoff for other guys. Other guys needs this rub that he's getting right now. Part of the thing that people don't like is one guy being pushed to the top alone. Because that's what they did with Cena. You don't push one guy alone to the top. You put him in there with a Dean Ambrose. You put him in there with the AJ Styles. You put him in there with Kevin Owens, the Sami Zayns, all these people that you like that can put on great matches. You throw all of them at Reigns and make Reigns prove that he can wrestle a good match. And he just keeps having these matches. He keeps having these matches. He keeps having these matches. And you start to see that, he's getting better. He's getting better. He's getting good. He's getting good. And then you throw God at him. And then he finally loses. But before you throw God at him, one feud that I want to see, and I hope we get it eventually, rhyming accidentally. Give me Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens. I would love to see them in a 3-match feud that lasts about 4 months. And these guys need to be physical, really physical. I mean, they need to have those no holds barred matches. They need to have these grudge matches. They need to go all the way with it because I think the perfect matchup for Roman Reigns isn't Dean Ambrose. It's Kevin Owens. I think Kevin Owens can pull that mean streak out of Reigns. Kevin Owens look at what he's doing with Sammy. Kevin Owens can pull that mean streak out of dudes. I think that he would be the perfect rival for Roman Reigns. Will he win any of the matches? No. But he could pull that out of him, though. So Jericho came out, and I'm like, why are we having him come out? Like, this guy's he would be exactly the problem. Like, if they have him and Jericho in a feud, that will absolutely kill Roman. Because it's more talent that we know that he's going to beat, and it doesn't do anything for him. So then AJ Styles came out, and I said, oh, what do we have here? Okay. And then out comes the Kevin, the Owens. I said, oh, okay, where we going? Out comes Sami Zayn. I said, it's going to be a 4-way. It's going to be a 4-way. Stop it right there. It's going to be a 4-way. And I'm looking at these 4, and I'm thinking the only person that makes sense in this scenario is AJ Styles. You don't want it to be Jericho because that won't do anything for him. It can't be Kevin Owens, or Sami Zayn because they're going to have their own feud, obviously. AJ Styles is the odd man out. Has to be AJ. It has to be AJ. Plus, it's a guy that people want to see, AJ Styles. And AJ Styles can put on and he can elevate Roman Reigns. See, here's the problem I have with it, though. AJ Styles doesn't have any momentum. So it kind of doesn't work. I'm very happy that he's in this position, but I think that they're doing it too early, especially since Roman now has the title and he's going to be holding it for a while. So AJ's not winning it. And he's going to be there to enhance Roman. That's pretty much what he's going to be there for. The other problem with this is, for some reason, and I don't know if it's because of the mics or I don't know if it's because of the crowds now, AJ's not getting reaction anymore. He's not getting reaction at all. At all. So what can he bring to the table for Roman outside of a good match? What can he get out of AJ Styles? Because the crowd isn't behind, like the crowd's not popping for the guy. So it's weird. It's kind of weird. So let me move on. Oh, Dallas. Okay. So next, we have a whole bunch of segments and whatnot that we're just going to go on ahead and gloss over. Here we go. Baron Corbin and Dolph Ziggler. I love the way they finally did it right. Finally, for one of these NXT guys with the debut and having him come out and present himself. Because they just had him come out, they hit his music, they had him come out, and I'm like, please don't do this to Corbin. Talk commentary, somebody put this guy, talk about this guy, tell this guy something. Because this guy can be one of the top heels. Talk to this guy, tell him something. And Corbin comes down to the ring. He goes over to the trophy, does a quick pose, and he gets a mic. And the first thing he says, and it was so perfect, he says, a lot of you people probably don't know who I am. And I don't give a fuck. I'm like, yo, perfect. Because you acknowledge that these people don't know you. You're from NXT and WWE doesn't put over NXT. They don't know you. So you come in there and you put yourself over instantly. You motherfuckers don't know me. But fuck you. You don't need to know me. Lone Wolf and everybody in this bitch going to meet their end of days. Short and sweet. He acknowledged that no one's going to know. Well, not a lot of people know him. And he don't give a fuck. Everybody going to catch this L is what he's saying. Out comes Ziggler. Bump, 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 bump. Taken to the outside. Corbin's just throwing this guy all over the place. Count out. We get a double count out here. Corbin loses it. He's pointing at the ref. What the fuck are you doing? This right here is about to be on your hands. He goes back, grabs Ziggler, brings him back over to the ring. Not in the ring, but to the outside. Catches him. Ziggler tries to throw some punches. He catches him, hits him with the end of days. That's on the ref, bro. You just got Ziggler fucked up, dog. That's your bad. I loved it. It was short. It was sweet. I love the way that they let him present himself. That was also short and sweet, and that's how Corbin should be. Short and sweet. But another thing, he could actually wrestle. He wrestles at his own style and his own pace, so people who don't know about him get used to it because he does wrestle a slow pace. But he's good. Who the fuck texted me? What was this? Brief second. Let me see what it says. Okay, so what? All right. All right, what do we get next? Still photos. Oh, Zack Ryder. Comes out, crowd chants, you deserves it. You deserve it. He's starting to thank everybody, wants to thank his father. Miz music cuts him off. Miz is like, fuck you. Zack Ryder. And they cut off Lillian Garcia. They cut off her mic because she was about to say, and it's for the Intercontinental title. She was about to say that that's what the match was for, but there was no match announced. So she was about to spoil the whole thing. Maybe she was supposed to just welcome out Zack Ryder because there wasn't a match planned, right? Well, storyline. There wasn't a match planned. He was supposed to be coming out and just addressing the crowd and leaving. Storyline. Mizler. I just combined Miz and Ziggler. Miz come out, try to set up his own match, saying this guy's a coward and it was a fluke that he won. So he's saying, if you got the balls, you'll accept my challenge here and now. And that's why they, cut off Lillian's mic, because she was going to spoil that. Zack Ryder says, woo, woo, woo. Let's do this. And the crowd pops. How do we pop for that? How do we pop for that corny ass line? Miz versus Ziggler, they had a match. It actually went way longer than I thought it would. But we don't give a damn about that. Ziggler's father is on steroids, by the way. That motherfucker's way too fucking big. Miz goes out there to fuck with him. Miz's father pushes him. People are screaming, "Where's the DQ?" And then in that voice too, by the way, "Where's the DQ?" Out comes Maryse, and I'm like, If you put a mask on her nose, I'm playing. She's already clean as fuck. Maryse comes out, smacks dude's father. I was about to call this man Ziggler again. Fuck. Miz hits whatever the fuck his finisher's called. I keep calling everybody Ziggler in my mind on Zack Ryder. They're all Ziggler level, right? So can I call them all Ziggler? They're all fucking Ziggler. Ziggler hits the what's the name of the fucking move? It's right here. Skull crushing finale on Ziggler. And there you go. Into the match. In comes Maryse. That's my wife. That's my wife. Let her go. In comes Maryse. He tongue kisses her down the mouth. And for a second, I just looked and I said, how can I be mad at a guy that has a chick that looks like that? How can I be mad? How can I not like this guy? Then I realized it's the Miz and he makes those stupid ass faces. So I said, fuck this guy. Yeah, the end. Moving along, Vaudevillains will be debuting on SmackDown Thursday. And I'm like, it's not the right time. It's not. And some people ask, well, what more could they do in NXT? Here's the reason I say it's not the right time and that they should still be NXT. They are just getting into their heel character role. So they didn't have, much time to flesh it out. They've only been doing it for about a month, which equals about 2 matches in NXT land. So they need to fine tune that before they come up. But no, they're just bringing them up like, fuck it. We need these tag teams. Which brings me to Primo and Epico. Primo and Epico has been repackaged as Primo and Epico. I don't know how we got there. They've been repackaged as Primo and Epico. That's crazy. So when I saw them, I said, now I see why they're bringing up. That's the liquor. I'm not drinking, by the way. That's the reason why they're bringing up the Vaudevillains. And that's the reason why we're bringing up Enzo and Cass. They are now trying to beef up that tag team division. Essentially, what they're doing is absolutely annihilating NXT's tag team division. So maybe this means we're going to get a big push for Angelo Dawkins and his 2 headbands. Let's see. So that's the Vaudevillains. All right, cool, great. Then we got Charlotte. We are in the presentation of the women's gimmick. I already talked about that. Dudley Boyz and the Usos in the Who Give a Fuck table match. Do anybody give a fuck? In the chat, do y'all give a single fuck about this match? Not Enzo and Cass. Damn, we almost got 500 people in here. Did we go over 500? I was like no selling this entire screen because I wanted to like talk without, looking at the chat and interrupting what I was going to say. You guys give a fuck? You guys give a fuck? No? No fucks given? No? Nope. Nah. No? Nah. I haven't seen a single yes yet. Yo, dude said skip. Yo, the no's are out of control. Angelo Dawkins repackaged with 3 headbands. No, I'm still looking for one yes. Can somebody say yes? One person. Can one look at this shit? One of these days, once I learn how Google Hangouts works or whatever, I'm going to make the stream, instead of just seeing my logo in the middle, I'm just going to put the chat there. We're going to get the chat over. Look at this. We got a maybe. There we go. We got a yes. Finally, we got a yes. Oh, so they had a match that we all don't give a fuck about. I was about to call them League of Nations. Usos gets the Dudleys up on the table. They go for their splash. Dudleys roll out of the way. That's their way of winning the tables match without using the table still. So they're protecting the gimmick until Bubba grabs an Uso and throws him through a table because they were about to ring. They rung the bell once. And Bubba's like, no. Grabs an Uso, throws him through a table that's in the corner. It says, now ring the bell. Ring the bell. Now you ring the bell. Ring the bell now. And he's just going off. I'm like, they killed the gimmick, but it's fucking hilarious. It was fucking hilarious. So then we got the backstage segment with what's that boy name? Sami Zayn. Because they were having backstage segments with all of the people in the Fatal 4-Way. And I think that, let me see. Jericho didn't care about. AJ Styles was pretty good in his promo. You can tell he rehearsed it a million times. Kevin Owens was okay in his. Sami Zayn got attacked in his. No soup for you. This dude gets no love, and it's crazy. They show this dude no love. I mean, of course, it's supposed to be so that they can set up his feud with Owens, but he's not off to the best start so far. Owens puts him through a table with a power bomb. And after all of that, I think we went to a commercial break. We come back from commercial, and the Dudleys are still, they're leaving the ring now because they were screaming at the crowd the entire time. Here is where WWE, see, you didn't even have to remind me because I remember. Here is where WWE fucked up on Enzo and Cass's entrance. How did they miss this opportunity? This was so easy. This is right in front of their eyes. This was so easy. Now, they got a good pop. It could have been even bigger if they did this simple thing. After the commercial break, you keep the Dudleys in the ring still yelling at the audience. You have the audience still trying to hijack the show. You have Bubba trying to get them to shut the fuck up, right? Excuse me. How much coke did Enzo do before they came out there? Sorry, bro. That's Enzo. Oh, that's Tank Top. He knows. He knows it. Yeah, he knows about Enzo already. You keep the Dudleys out there screaming at the audience and pissing the audience off. Then you hit Enzo and Cass's music. You don't hit their music when the Dudleys are leaving. You hit their music while they're in the ring. Get in the heat. Get in the heat. Simple. Simple. Talk to me, Chad. Tell me. Does that work? Does that work better than what they did here? Does that work better than what they did here? What they did here is you have Enzo. Man, we actually are at 500 people. Thank you, everybody, for coming through the chat. I guess I still got the same people that were here for Mania because we were a little over this number, but still a lot of you guys are here. Thank you guys all for coming through. We do this Raw review every Monday night unless I really can't take it and I don't want to do it. But for the most part, about 9 times out of 10, we do these Raw reviews. Yeah, why is it? Yeah, see, works better. Yeah, see, look, works better. Heat, there's heat in there. Dudley's done lit the fucking ring on fire with the heat. Crowd soaks it up. Then you hear that little Italian beat. Out comes Enzo running across the fucking gimmick. It works. It fucking works. Enzo comes out, does his whole thing. They get in the ring. They walk right past the Dudleys. They go in the ring. Enzo's doing his thing as usual. He does the dance. He does the dance. He does the schmurda gimmick. And then they see that the Dudleys are still there on the ramp. Devon's face is hilarious because he's got these big black people lips. I was gonna say the N-word, but it's not my thing. But he's just got these big black people lips. It's just fucking drenched across this guy's face. Oh yeah, he did say that. What was he? He had an ugly joke about Devon. Then he said that what's his boy's name? That Bubba hairline was pushed back so far that his sweat drips to the back of his head or some shit like that to stay away from his face. I don't know, something like that. Said his hairline was crazy, and it was. They should have zoomed in on the Dudley's hairline at that point. Should have definitely zoomed in on my man hairline. So Devon is just going nuts the entire time. Bubba's like, fuck these dudes, bro. Fuck these dudes. Then finally they say something that triggers the Dudleys to go down to the ring. They go down to the ring, get up on the apron, and then roll back off and says, nope. We know how to get heat. So guys are wondering right now, Enzo and Cass came in hot. Crowd loved them. I like them, meaning you, the audience. You like them as well. You guys are saying that you like these guys. And you want to know if they could sustain this. How long, like, does it last? Will they become jobbers? And my thing is, as long as Enzo has a mic, these guys will always be over. The moment they take the mic away from Enzo, it is over. Blake and Murphy debut win. They'll probably be released before they fucking debut. The moment they take away that mic from Enzo, it's over. It's over. Let's see. What did we get next? I believe next we got the Fatal 4-Way. Did we get the Fatal 4-Way? Yes, we did. We got the Fatal 4-Way, and we were wondering who the last person was going to be to come in since Sami Zayn was unable to wrestle. So I completely forgot about Cesaro. I completely forgot for a second. So I'm thinking like, hey, maybe it could be Joe. Maybe it could be Sin Cara because, you know, he lost the match at Mania 2. Maybe it could be Dean. You know, I'm thinking Dean. We haven't seen Dean tonight. What's up with Dean? And then we get the siren, and out comes Cesaro. In a suit. Just repackaged by Wiser. 14 points for the suit repackage. For those of you who don't know about the gimmick with the suit, chat, anybody? If you don't know about the gimmick with the suit, just type in the chat. Yo, what's the gimmick with the suit? The chat will fill you in. The chat will set you free. I repackage guys and I put them in suits. That's what I do. I put them in suits. It started with Yoshitatsu being repackaged as Kenji on a red flying carpet with Oksana feeding them grapes. His carpet flies, by the way, and he comes down to the ring on his flying carpet with Oksana with the grapes in a suit. That's where the whole suit gimmick started. That's where it started, and I started booking everybody in suits or mask too. Well, mask is for the people who can't talk, like Curtis Axel. You slap a mask on that guy, repackage that guy with a mask because fuck him. What's the gimmick with the suit? Kenji the God. Gimmick. Jacob Woods. You can't be. I think I've seen your name. You know what the gimmick. Come on, you know gimmicks. Also low-key wrestled in the suit. See, that's before I came up with the gimmick suit. So I gotta say that, you know, low-key might be the Godfather. He might be the Godfather of the whole thing. So Cesaro comes out in the suit, rips it off, and he kept his shades on. He came to the ring with the shades on, kept the shades on the whole time. I'm like, so my man, you just gonna be Blade and wrestle with the shades on? Like, you're not gonna take those off. Crowd pop for him, but it sounded like, I don't know, like the crowd sounded up and down. Like, I'm looking in the crowd and they're going crazy, but it wasn't transpiring on the mic. Like it wasn't coming through as well on the mic. So I was thinking like, are they fucking around with the mics here? Because the crowd looks like they're going nuts and you can hear them, but it wasn't that loud. Because the way that the crowd looked as far as reaction is the same way that they looked for Reigns. Like, so I expected them to be as loud as that just by the way it looked, but it wasn't, which was weird to me. Outside of that, we got a good match. Don't feel like going into details because I said at 12:30 we was going to cut this some bitch off. AJ wins. So, you know, when Cesaro came down, I was praying to God. I was praying to Nakamura himself. God. I was praying to God. Nakamura himself. That Cesaro would not win this match. Because Cesaro's coming back. Build that guy up before you have him start jobbing out to Reigns. Build him up first. Please. And they did it the right way. And they had AJ win. With the Styles Clash finally on Jericho. Is the IC title dead? Yeah, the mics was messed up during the Usos entrance too. Yeah, absolutely it was. I did see that. Don't have a Heyman situation again. Yes, please no. Why is it don't be blasphemous? What did I say that was blasphemous? Speak to me. Talk to me. Kenji with Pentagon Jr. as his enforcer. Yo. But do we put Pentagon Jr. in a suit too? Because his enforcers need suits. How would I repackage Blake and Murphy? Maybe one day I'll talk about. Maybe because somebody said that I need to do the booking with Wiser thing again. Maybe one day I might bring it back. It depends, man. If we keep the if we keep the wrestling support, if the wrestling support, gets strong for it, I'll throw out some fillers and see how it does. If it doesn't get over, fuck it, I'm dropping that shit. So yeah, Raw just went straight off the air. I thought, and this is right here is what told me that they wanted Roman Reigns to get out of there as quickly as possible, because what I would have done, and I can understand why they didn't do it, because they didn't want to fuck up AJ's moment. But with AJ winning, just for the camera shot, if this was in a different crowd, maybe 2 months after Mania, if you're in a different crowd and you have AJ win and he celebrates, his music hits, he's up on the ropes, he's celebrating, he's happy. And then you hear Roman Reigns' music hits. And he comes out and he's holding up the title. And then Raw goes off air and you see like a wide shot of both of them too. That would have worked. But with a crowd like this, they couldn't do it. They couldn't do something like that. So Raw this is actually the first time that first time in a long time that we've seen Raw just instantly cut off after someone won. Nothing to it, just cut off. Nothing behind it. Gimmick-wise, a gimmick. What's your Snapchat? What's my Snapchat? It's Wiser. Oh, no. It's Real Wiser, I think. I don't fucking know. I heard about it, but damn, why is it banning words? Absolutely. There's a ton of words I banned, especially the N-word. Absolutely. But I might have missed it. What'd you say? What was said? What do we have here? What was banned? Let me scroll up because I can see it. Oh, yeah, that's banned. Yeah. Because I'm about tired of y'all with that. Let me see. Oh, yeah, those are banned words too, because, you're not going to hijack my shit. You ain't going to WWE me and hijack my motherfucking chat. Nope. Ain't going to happen. Matter of fact, since you want to hijack my chat, thank you guys all for coming through. We are at 12:31 on the dot, so I gave you guys a full-blown hour. We have 400 and some odd people. We were at 500. Thank you, everybody, for coming through. You guys have a good night. I'm getting you guys out of here early because I actually feel a little better now. I don't have the headache anymore. I don't feel nauseous, but fuck that. I'm going to sleep. Good night.